Joining us now for a discussion, Alan Colmes, the host of the Alan Colmes Show and author of Thank the Liberals for Saving America. Rich Lowry is also with us today. He is editor of the National Review. Both of them are Fox News contributors. You've heard that statistic thrown around, Alan. 17 times as much coverage given to the New Jersey George Washington Bridge scandal as the IRS scandal. Is that appropriate?
Is that from the Media Research Center? I'm not sure where that is.
It is.
Well, that's, of course, a conservative group that has an agenda that always goes after the media.
Do you doubt their numbers?
So I don't, that's not a fair and balanced, neutral organization. And the fact is that this is a real scandal. The IRS scandal, it turned out not to be a scandal when Elijah Cummings, a ranking member of the House Oversight Committee, revealed that Darrell Issa, who investigated the administration, didn't release all the information, and that progressive groups were also targeted. There's no scandal. Benghazi, they tried to use that to unseat Obama, to elect Mitt Romney. No scandal there. So we're talking about how do you define a scandal. I don't see these others, and nor do many other Americans, as scandals.
All right. Well, they did target conservative groups a lot more often than they did any progressive or liberal
because they were the
groups.
ones who were getting formed at that time. The Tea Party groups were at that time in formation. That's why they were the targets more, but it was not based on politics.
The conservative groups were deliberately targeted in a way the progressive groups weren't, and delayed in a way the progressive groups weren't. And there's some Tea Party groups out that still haven't gotten their status approved. Look, there's no doubt the Bridgegate is a legitimate story and a national story. Christie's a national figure who's thinking about running for president. But the media has gone so overboard. There are a couple Sunday shows yesterday, John, that went more than a half an hour or more than 20 minutes before mentioning anything else. And if you look at the initial coverage of the IRS scandal, the New York Times, obviously a New York-based publication, but a national one, didn't even have it on the front page when it broke. So obviously there's a political agenda here.
Well, what about it? I mean, there is perhaps some national implication, but it's essentially a local traffic story. Yes, it's a very busy bridge, but it's a New Jersey, New York story. Why is it getting so much national attention, Alan?
It's because, as Rich said, Christie is looking at running for president in 2016. That's why he sent out yesterday Reince Priebus, the head of the RNC, Rudy Giuliani, who started using the word Benghazi like it was 9/11, and he had these people, and Karl Rove as his spokespeople. He knows he's got to defend himself in that way to have key Republicans defend him because he is the budding. In fact, in all the polls, he matches up against Hillary Clinton better than anybody. That's why.